Hey guys, Alex here from the Nerd Geek Network, and today I am making final predictions for what happens to each character in Scream 7. That's right, the movie technically came out today, though officially it says tomorrow. I am excited. I am seeing it tomorrow with a few friends of mine, so I am hyped for this. I've been waiting since the release of Scream 6 now, so 3 years now, and these are what I believe happens to each character in the movie. Now, some of you have already seen the movie, so please do not leave any spoilers in my comments. I do not want to know what happens, which is why I will not even be reading comments until tomorrow after I've seen the movie, even though I probably won't even have any comments to read. I'm still very low on subscribers, but speaking of which, please subscribe. But yeah, no, without further ado though, let's get into these. So, first off is, of course, Sidney Prescott, who, come on, it's Sidney, she's gonna live. They ain't gonna kill off Sidney Prescott, so yeah. Next up is Sidney Prescott's husband, Mark Evans, played by Joel McHale in this movie. I think he dies. There's a shot in the trailer that seems to show him getting stabbed a shit ton by Ghostface, and I don't think he's making it out of this. Next up is Sidney's daughter, Tatum, who I believe she lives. I believe they're setting up Tatum to be the new final girl of the franchise again. So, yeah, I think Tatum is easily going to survive this movie. And next up, let's look at Sidney's other two daughters, Mia and Charlotte, who, come on, these two are going to live. They are... Scream is not going to kill two young children like this. So, I think... Mia and Charlotte will live for sure. Next up is Gale Weathers, and I think this is it for Gale this time. She's survived 6 of these. I do not think she's making it through a 7th. So yeah, I think this time is ultimately where Gale goes down. Next up is my favorite character in the Scream franchise currently, Chad Meeks Martin, and Chad better fucking live. I swear, do not lay a finger on my boy Chad. Chad is my favorite character. I think he's safe for now. Not sure, but I really hope he is safe, but yeah. Next up is Mindy Meeks Martin, Chad's sister, and I think this is it for Mindy. I don't think there's a chance that both of them make it through this movie, and Chad's too beloved at this point. I think Mindy is the one they're killing off if either of them, so yeah. Next up is where we get into the brand new characters, which I know I also already mentioned Mark, Tatum, Mia, and Charlotte, and their new characters as well, but we've heard mention of them in the past ones, so yeah. First off is Hannah, played by McKenna Grace, and I believe she dies. I do not believe she is making it through this movie. There's a shot in one of the trailers of a blonde teenage girl hanging by a bunch of ropes in the theater, and as we know from the trailers and stuff, McKenna Grace's character is a theater kid. I think she is going to die in that scene, so yes. Next up is Ben, played by Sam Rechner. Ben is Tatum's boyfriend, and I think he is gonna die. There was a part of me at first that thought maybe he's the killer, but I do not think they're gonna have it be the boyfriend in the first movie for 3 final girls in a row. So yeah, we had Billy Loomis, we had Richie Kirsch. I do not think Ben is the killer. I do not think he makes it out of this either, so yeah. Next we have Jessica, played by Anna Camp, who I believe is supposed to be a friend of Sidney's, and I think she dies. There's a lot of speculation saying that she's could be the killer. I do not think so. I could be wrong. I do not think she's the killer, though. So yeah. I'm not sure how to elaborate on that totally, but yeah, I just don't think she's the killer. I understand the theories that say she could be. She's supposed to be a close friend of Sydney, and Ghostface says that they've been planning this for a long time. But I just don't see it being Anna Camp. I just don't picture her as Ghostface, really. I could be very wrong, as I said, but yeah. Next up is Robbie, played by Mark Consuelos, who I do not know who this character is supposed to be, but I've heard predictions saying that he is Mark's partner on the police force, which I would say is likely, and if that's the case, he's fucking toast. He is not making it out of this if that's the case. So yeah. Then we have Marco, played by Ethan Embry, and from what I've heard from theories and stuff, it sounds like he works at the mental hospital we see in the trailer, the Mental Institute, and my guess is he's like a one-time character in the movie. I'm guessing we see him in like one scene and then he leaves and doesn't enter the movie again, so I'm gonna say he lives for now, but yeah. Next up is George, played by Timothy Simmons, who I know nothing about, and I'm just gonna say he's toast. But yes, and then we also have Scott and Maddie, who I believe are our opening kills, played by Michelle Randolph and Jimmy Tataro. I believe they are our opening kills. I believe that scene we see of them in the trailer of them in Stu Macher's house before Ghostface burns it down, I think that is our opening sequence of the movie. So yes, that is what I think happens to them. Next here we have Stewie Riley, who obviously died in Scream 5. So we'll see what they're going to do with him. I think he's just the killer messing with Sydney. I think he's an AI voice or a Roman's voice changer or something like that. So yeah, I think Dewey isn't alive. I don't think he's alive. I think he's still dead. But yeah, next is Stu Macher, who of course have had the most crazy theories about. I still don't think Stu's alive in this one. I do believe Stu is alive, but I don't believe it's revealed in this one. I believe they're waiting at least one or two more movies to reveal that. Could be wrong, but yeah, I think Stu is still dead for now. Next is Roman Bridger, played by Scott Foley, returning from Scream 3. Again, they ain't bringing him back. He was shot in the head. He's dead. And then we have the two characters who I believe are our two killers. Our first is Lucas, played by Asa German. And I believe he is the perfect choice to play a Ghostface killer because of his role as, I'm actually blanking on his character's name, but in Gen V, yeah, I forget his character's name, but he is the brother of Golden Boy in that. He starts off as this really sweet character in Gen V, but towards the end of season 1, he is manipulated and controlled and turned into a villainous character, which that's what they look for in Ghostface actors who can pull off that switch. But yeah, no, I think yeah, they really look for actors who can pull off that switch, and that's why I think Lucas is the first killer. And as for his accomplice, I think that is Chloe, played by Celeste O'Connor. I don't know why on this one. I don't have a full-on reasoning for why I think she's the killer. I just think she is. It's a gut feeling on this one. But yeah, no. So yeah, those are my predictions for Scream 7. My final predictions. I will be seeing this movie tomorrow. We will see what I got right. We will see what I got wrong. And yeah, as you guys may know from my Scream 6 videos a few years ago, back then I predicted all 3 killers, so that was incredible. I predicted Detective Bailey, Quinn, and Ethan as the killers, and I was right, so yeah. But we will see on this one if I am right again. I am not sure on this one. This one I am a lot more not certain on. But yeah, so anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.